All right, welcome to a disc golf specialty with Randy Ritchie. We're going to be doing a glue bed dye here with acetone and PROCHEM and dyes. We're using Elmer's clear glue and a pie pan. Pretty much just want to pour it in there and get all these air bubbles out. Sometimes you can use a torch, but be very careful around any sort of acetone. It's very flammable. So here I just kind of pick out these little bubbles down in here. Get them to the side. I'm going to be dyeing my new Clash Cinnamon. And when you're doing these, you want to wipe them down with alcohol and stuff to make sure that everything's clean on it. I'm going to try to make red and yellow. So it's going to look cool flying half and half, but a little bit of blend in the middle. I'm going to use a blowing technique to get the look. So right now we're working on getting these little air bubbles, which tiny ones don't matter that much. I haven't really seen a huge problem. Kind of poke down at them, push them to the side. On the edges, not real important. So as we do this, we just want to make sure we're getting these bubbles. Which I'm pretty fine with that. It's not too bad. We'll do a torch over it later once we put the caps on the acetone. Okay, so you want a little dropper, one of these, and you're gonna get each color. And I got a thing of regular acetone here to clean out my thing each time and clean it. So here I want to start. You guys see it backward, but pretty much just get the concept. I'm gonna do one half, one color. That's my first attempt doing it. I'm gonna use yellow on the left side and red on the right side. So I'm going to take from the top some yellow here. Oh, well, it's going to be on the right side now. I just want to slowly start dripping these in. That acetone spreads on the glue bed here. So we're just going to get the half and half kind of started. Get these sides filled in a little bit. This is bright yellow, the name of the dye is bright yellow, and I'm going to use pinkish red for the red. So we're just going to get it started for now. We're going to add more color than that. So I'm clearing out my thing. And it's getting kind of dirty, about time to change that once it gets dark. And then you want to get this red. You want to start on the red side here. So we're getting the reds fired up. I really want this to look cool flying in the air. Because it'll be like a cool swirl look. A couple more drops. Clean out our thing, dropper. Yeah, I've been doing these just starting out really, but I've done about 20 discs. So here we got might need some more yellow in here. If I wanted, I could do something down the middle, but I'm not going to do that. Get some more yellow in there. Definitely need it. So we kind of want these to blend. Not too much though. So I'm using quite a bit of yellow because I want it bright. So that's quite a bit of yellow. I'm going to go to red now. Clean out my dropper. Alright, I'm going to go back to red. Get some red in there again. And I'm going to use the blowing technique with I just used I'm really using a lot of red here. I want that to pop out. I can always add more later here, so I'm going to clean this out and start mixing these together. So I don't know you could either start with a toothpick to blend some of these together, but if you just put it in right now, it'd look kind of blotchy, but it would get the concept of it'd still look cool. Right now they're not mixed, So what we're going to do is take a toothpick here and just kind of do some swirls, like some figure eights or whatever you kind of want to do to make that look kind of cool. Don't get too close to the red. We're trying to get a good mixture here. Probably have to add a little more because this will be right around the rim. Okay, so then you always want to wipe off that glue when you're going on this side now. You want to mix these around. Makes them look better. Do swirls, like flames. You go like that. Right now, I don't really want to not really too care about that. Getting it good mixed. Okay. So now we got that. So now we can kind of intercross. What I kind of want to do. I'm gonna have some more drops of each. Since now that I stirred them around, I want this to be bright. So, especially along this edge here and here. So that's probably all the red I'm going to use. That's probably overkill, but. And then I'm going to get more yellow. Get around this edge. Work my way in. More. So this is how you do a basic glue bed. So now it's looking pretty good here. You can get these done pretty quick once you get the hang of it. Clear that the dropper out good. Okay, so now I'm going to start mixing some of these colors in with solid. And the way to get it perfect is you might have to level out your pan when you put the disc in, but I'll show you that here in a minute once we get this cleared out. So now we got this pen thing I just emptied out to use. I'm going to kind of intermix a little bit, not get too crazy with it. So all you do is get kind of low here and push your color the way you want it. Like that. It's a little bit. Don't need to get too crazy. Then you can come over to here. And it kind of collapses in on itself. This one kind of whistles when you do it. Yeah, we want that even. So right now we're trying to mix it a little bit. Get it stretched out there a little better. That'll look kind of cool. We're going to do that here now. So I think that'll look pretty sick. We need to level that out some, so I need to take my little stick here and make it look. We need to know what it's looking like when we're doing it here. So I mean, it don't look too bad, but I'd rather. I mean, you got to mix these around still. So I'm gonna do some swirls, like galaxy look in here. Get up in here. Do some. That'll show up on the disc, all these little lines. And we can kind of run it through there. I know what I'm going to probably do here. I want to run that like that. So I'm going to make another new paper towel here. We're going to I'm going to run one line kind of like this into the red, then the red into the yellow. And then this, I'm going to come like a little swirl here, and then into the red. And then over on this edge, into the red. So now we got to take this red, swirl it into the yellow. I'll do the same thing here. Kind of, you can flare it out if you want. You can curve them. Like here, I could come in, curl it out. That looks pretty sick. Here, I'm going to come in, kind of mix these a little bit, not too much. Right there. This has to be about like that. So I need to jack that up some more. I got other tools I could use. Because that red's getting a little wider. Which, this don't really matter until you're putting the disc in. But I just want to see what it looks like. Okay. Okay, now I want to mix this red around more. So I'm going to swirl this, make it look cool. If you don't, it'll look kind of weird. You want all these cool little designs. They will show up. So, I mean, that's not looking bad. Like, anything you want to fix, now's the time. Once it's on your disc, it's on there. So here I kind of want to make this flow up in there. Keep this red flowing in the air. So, I mean, I don't look too bad there. You can get really picky with it. Yeah. How is this so unlevel? It don't matter right now. Not too bad. I mean, the disc will show through where it's clear around these edges. I really like that look. Slight swirls. I like these look. Like they're swirling around. Red don't look too bright, but it's this pinkish red. But it's gonna turn out pretty bright. If I dip my thing in the dye here, I mean, that's how bright the color is. Bright yellow. I don't really see too many air pockets. I'm trying to see what else I could do here. I think maybe extend this yellow out here. Kind of reaches over. I just can't believe how much that's on level. Alright. That looks pretty good. I mean, I could add more stuff to it, but it's kind of what I want. This is a basic half and half. So we're going to go ahead and get a center as best as we can here now, because I have to shim it. Find something here. Okay, there we go. That's better. Moving over. I don't want that. That's a piece of my toothpick. Don't want that in there. Okay. So that's looking pretty good there. So we're going to cover up these acetone, or the dye here. Make sure you seal it tight. I buy the ball cap ones, the ball canning jar lid one, that silicone ring. It hasn't eaten through it yet. But don't get the regular ones or it will eat right through it. These lids were more expensive than the actual jars. So yeah, I see some air bubbles in here. And then a couple more swirls here I see I need to do before I look at anything. Some cool swirls. The red looks fine, really. I might work on that here just for a second. Come in here, swirl it around. Come in here, swirl it. So every little detail will pop up. This is going to be a pretty basic color scheme. Yeah, I see some air bubbles. The acetone's evaporated by now. It shouldn't start on fire. I mean, that disc is already yellow. I don't know if I should add more. Probably not. Alright, so I see some bubbles. You gotta get pretty close, but all you gotta do is take this torch. If you see any bubbles, hit them. Don't want to hold it on here. Just want to heat the bed up a little bit. Not like that. Don't see any bubbles really. Couple there. I want this one to be pretty good. Even if I don't get all the bubbles, it won't matter. Now where those bubbles pop, gotta mix these back in, because now you'll see it in your design. There's one, kind of swirl it again. Nice. Okay. That yellow, I don't know, it's not real dark, but it's alright. So I think it'll look pretty cool here like that. So now, I think everything's good on it. No big air bubbles. So here we go. We're gonna put the disc in. I think I got it about where I want it, shimmed straight. I think that's pretty center. It's gonna look cool and it's flying on. Hopefully. Now here the key point is putting in the disc. I grab it about like that. What we're going to do is I'm going to roll it in. And here it's clear disc, so you'll be able to probably see it pretty well. We got it where we want it. So I want to start it here because I want that design to be right there. So we're just going to put it in right here. We're in the ink. Slowly roll it down. And that should be, you want to kind of go up to the rim. So everything's around the rim. But not over the rim, just where you can see it. So you can kind of see the design stuck to the disc. Pretty good. So here it's, the die is on the disc. So now you just gotta let it sit for 24 hours. And for some reason this table's leaning heavily. I don't know why, but it's fine. No air bubbles, so yellow's on this side, the red's on that side. So when I flip, it'll be left side, right side, which is good. Red on the right. So, yep, that should be pretty good. So now you just let that sit for 24 hours and you got yourself a disc. I'll show you the results tomorrow. Well, this is how it turned out. Pretty sick.